Gave me based on sympathy. All I've seen is treachery. I hope them words remember me. Industry don't favor me, but it needs something that checks me. Oh yeah, that's
What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love, much love. If you are here, you can hear me clearly. Please drop y'all ones in the chat. Please drop y'all ones in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly so we can get into today's show. Drop y'all ones in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly before we get into the show. Get a few more ones, guys. Get a few more ones. Shout out to everyone that's coming through. Let me get a few more ones, y'all. If you're just coming in the building, y'all can hear me clearly. Drop y'all ones in the chizat. Drop y'all ones in the chizat. Okay. I appreciate that. Shout out to everyone in the building. Shout out to everyone in the building. Shout out to everyone, man. Shout out to everyone. And of course, we are back right here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. I'm y'all host, DS1 Ross, of course. I appreciate all the love and the support. Salute to all the visionaries in the building. Of course, we got another great show lined up for you guys, man. I'm going to give some shout outs. I'm going to shout out everyone that's in the building. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. Shout out to everyone that's coming through. Shout out to everyone that's in the clouds. Salute to all the visionaries, man. Let's see who's in the building. And we're going to get to it, man. We're going to get to it because we have to talk about this. We have to talk about this. So shout out to my man, Bob. What up, Bob? Salute to you. Peace to my brother, Seth's son in the building. Peace, my brother. Mark McJoy in the building. Salute. What up, Boot Camp? Shout out to my guy, Boot Camp. Samaj, what up, Samaj? Salute. Hey, L'Oreal, what's up with you? Eye of Thunder in the building. What up, Eye of Thunder? Shout out to my comrade, Mr. Sutton, on the check-in. Salute. Hey, Miss Camille. Shout out to Miss Camille on the check-in. I'm glad you are able to catch today's show. Good to see you. Shout out to Miss Letitia. What's up, Letitia? What's going on with you? Shout out to Cuzzo. What up, Cuzzo? Salute. Make sure y'all catch part 1 if y'all haven't caught part 1 of this show. Make sure y'all check out part 1. And I figured there would be a response. Make sure y'all go and check out part 1. The link to the entire Breakfast Club interview is also down in the description box of the video. So y'all can go and check it out. Because as y'all know, when you play the Breakfast Club, you might as well say goodbye to the monetization of that video. So I put the link down in the description box so y'all can go and check out the entire interview. So y'all can actually see how it went. Mr. Please Believe It. What's going on? What's going on? Salute. Y'all see today's show, man. Can black men use their mental health as an excuse for their behavior? Part 2. Tyrese responds. So today we're going to get into Tyrese's response to what took place during his Breakfast Club interview with Charlemagne, DJ Envious, DJ Envious, and Just Hilarious. Right? We're going to get into his response. So, what I got from the interview, right? And as I stated in part 1, I really know how Tyrese felt in that situation because me and Tyrese is the same sign. And now I know that he's also diagnosed with the same thing I'm diagnosed with, except he takes the medicine. I don't. You know, I'd rather let therapy help me. I'm not really too fond of pharmaceutical drugs. So I really was feeling Tyrese in this situation. I can tell that he was very uncomfortable during the interview. And I can also tell he felt attacked during the interview. And if anybody go back and watch the interview, you'll see that Tyrese was being attacked. And this is something that he's probably used to feeling a lot of times. Right? So we're going to get into Tyrese's response because black men's mental health isn't taken serious. Not by us as black men, but it is not seen to really be an issue until violence occurs. None of this stuff is recognized until violence occurs, whether physically, verbally, however you want to put it. And usually, even when that happens, black men's mental health is never in question. Nobody says, well, that man snapped. What is his mental health status? See, this is the way that I speak on mental health here on this channel. Shout out to the OG Darryl Richardson. Is exactly what Tyrese was trying to express and break down to Charlemagne and DJ Envious during his interview. He was trying to explain to them that men, right, in particular black men, we're not allowed the space to be human. Our humanity isn't recognized. It is constantly looked over and trampled upon. This is what he was trying to express to Envy and Charlemagne. And see, Charlemagne understands this because Charlemagne goes to therapy. Charlemagne had to get over some things within himself that he's admitted. You see? And it just didn't have nothing to do with him, you know, stepping off on his wife or anything like that. It was for personal reasons. See, so if you actually go back and watch the interview, you'll see just how Charlemagne was understanding of Tyrese more than DJ Envious. But what I didn't appreciate, and what you're gonna hear from Tyrese, is Charlemagne, with him understanding mental health, understanding how people who deal with these issues could feel being in certain environments around certain people with certain personalities. Charlemagne understands all of this. But what he didn't do was he didn't go out his way to protect his brother. He didn't go out his way to protect Tyrese. You see? Not only didn't he do that in Tyrese's presence, but he also didn't do it all the years that Tyrese has been in the media and they were clowning him. You see? See, this stuff is a lot more serious than we may think it isn't, but it is. See, events such as this, and I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. But see, events like this, when stuff like this happens to brothers, these events can be the precursor to self-deletion. I hope y'all notice. I hope y'all notice. Public events, public embarrassment, such as what Tyrese had to directly deal with. This can be the precursor to self-deletion. What up, Club Fortune? Salute, bro. You see? See, fellas, we have to start taking how we treat each other much more serious, man. I'm not saying pacify no grown man, but understanding your brother and what he's going through is important. You see? And if you don't know how to be there in that way for him as a brother, you should put people around him that can. Still be available as much as possible. You may not have the answers, but at least have the ear. Because not all the time people are looking for you to have answers for them. Some people just want you to listen. But see, as black men, we have to stop dealing with each other so carelessly. You see? We have to stop doing this. See, we can't say nobody care, but then we show each other we don't care. So at least if nobody else cares, who should care? Us. We're our own agency. You see? So if nobody else cares, we should. At least that's the least. Because guess what? At least if we know we care, at least we know we'll do something about it. We're not expecting anyone else to do anything about it. We're expecting men like us to care. What up, brother Love? Salute, my brother. You see, Bob says some people love clowning others to feel better about their own effed up situations. Some men love rubbing failure in other men's faces to gloat and prop themselves up. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is a fact, Bob. That is a fact. We definitely have a habit of hazing each other as black men. We call that tough love, hazing one another. Hazing one another. That's a fact. Hey, Mona. Good afternoon to you. How you doing? Daryl says, I think some people torture others for kicks. Yeah, absolutely. It's a form of hazing that black men do to each other. It's a form of hazing, man. But I think a lot of times that's shit that we do when we young. Some of us never get out of it. I would have to admit that. But we definitely have to move away from that shit. Honestly. Because a lot of us can't take it. A lot of us, just grew up and was forced to accept that shit. But a lot of us can't take that shit. I'm gonna just be honest. A lot of dudes, they can't take it. That's why I destroyed the comedy hour. A lot of people been asking about the comedy hour for years, for me to bring the comedy hour back, but nah, because a lot of men were more affected negatively by it than positively. I thought brothers getting up there every Saturday, having a little drink, cracking a smile, cracking jokes, I thought that would lighten up, the mood for a lot of us brothers, especially after doing a full week of, straight heavy content. But a lot of guys in the space took it negatively because a lot of guys can't take jokes. And some of those jokes do be daggers. It's a form of hazing that a lot of guys can't take. So that way of doing things, we definitely have to cut it out. That's why, shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan. That's why we sniped the comedy out. I'm not gonna bring it back. I'm not gonna bring it back because y'all are gonna use that shit to antagonize other dudes, and that's how it's gonna be received. So we have to understand, man, that our mental health it needs to be recognized, and it needs to be put at the forefront for a lot of us brothers. We have to keep that in mind when we're interacting with one another. We just do. Yeah, they do. Yeah, some dudes do. Some dudes do, and then for some dudes it's just jokes. That's true. What up, Khalif? He said that dude DJ Envy a lame, bro. He is. He a foul dude. He really a snake. His name is Envy. His name's Envy. I would never want to be a friend who names himself Envy. Envious. I wouldn't want to name myself that. I wouldn't want to be associated with a dude like DJ Envy. You know, how could he ever see the good in anything? He's an envious dude. That's how I never thought Envy was a cool dude. And it makes sense now why his name is DJ Envy. It makes sense why he doesn't have real industry friends. It makes sense now. It makes sense why, he's caught up in a real estate scam. It makes sense. His name's DJ Envy. Envy. It makes sense. Green, envy. It makes sense. Makes sense. He think he better than everybody. It makes sense. He's definitely a lame. Let's get into this video, man. Shout out to everyone in the building. Shout out to all my lovely mods in the building, man. Salute, salute, salute. Can one of y'all drop the link to part 1 of this show? Can y'all please do me that favor while I pull up this video that we getting ready to get into for today's show? Shout out to my brother Chig Smooth, man. I like Chig's channel. Shout out to Chigs. We're getting ready to get into this video. Fair use, fair use, fair use. This is for educational purposes only, YouTube. This is for educational purposes only. Let's get into this video with Tyrese responding to the Breakfast Club interview. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button if y'all just coming in as well.
Some very disappointing reveals.
Can y'all hear that? Y'all let me know. Put a 1 in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear the video first. I want to make sure y'all can hear it. Let me know if y'all can hear that. Okay, loud and clear. Okay, awesome.
And I'm going to make a choice. I'm going to make a choice that I wish both DJ Envy and Charlemagne had made for me for the last 5 years, as I've been going through too many things. I'm going to make a choice to leave this shit alone. Yeah. Y'all know, when you born and raised in LA, when you born and raised in Watts in South Central LA, see, it's one thing to know hood niggas, it's another thing to be a hood nigga. And y'all know, real niggas know, the moment that he said, I should box you in your mouth or whatever the fuck. It took everything in me to stay seated in that seat.
Now, let's talk about that part right there. Now, pay attention. Do y'all notice that Tyrese is trying his best to stay calm. Now, I don't know if he's smoking. I don't know what he's doing on the side. But he said he tried his best to stay in his seat after a man threatened him. Now, you're threatening a man who is diagnosed with a mental illness. This man takes what was it called? Reluxy for major depression disorder. That medicine, I'm gonna call it that, is for people who are diagnosed with major depression disorder and schizophrenia. So you're threatening a man who's been diagnosed with something. So if Tyrese would have jumped up and assaulted DJ Envious, would he have been wrong? Y'all sound off in the chat room. Sound off in the chat room real quick before we get back to the video. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan. Salute, my brother. Salute, salute, salute. Thank you, Miss Camille, for sharing that link. Thank you so much. What's up, Kari? What's going on with you? Hey, Cece. Rexalty is what it's called. Rexalty. Thank you, Kari. But if he would have jumped up and assaulted Envy, would he would have been wrong? And could he have used his mental health as an excuse for assaulting Envy? If he would have assaulted him, could he have used his mental health as the reason for him doing this? See, because a black man's reaction, violent reaction, is what everyone looks for. No one looks for the resolve in a black man. No one looks for the man who's trying to compromise. No one's looking at the black man who's trying to work through things like a logical man would do, like an adult would do, like a civilized individual would do. See, no one wants to go through that line of reasoning with a black man in today's world. Everyone's looking for a reaction. Everyone's looking for us to get mad. When is that nigga gonna get upset? When is he gonna hit someone? When is he gonna threaten someone? This is what everyone looks for. And this is what people poke and pry for, even within conversation. People will antagonize you in conversation so they could get you riled up. and then say, oh, you crazy. And see, people who suffer from mental illness, that affects them. That affects them. You see, especially when you know and you've already been diagnosed. You see, so Tyrese and his mental illness wouldn't have been good enough for him to jump across that table and harm DJ Envy for what he said out of his mouth. Because he's deliberately throwing daggers at this man. What up, GQ? What's up, NICU grad? What's going on with you? They deliberately tried to get them. Yeah, he tried to wound them up. Yes, they were trying to get a viral moment from a man, a black man with mental illness. You see this? Could y'all even imagine the level of stress that he was under doing that interview? Do y'all even consider that? The level of anxiety. Do y'all think about this stuff? Is that a concern for anyone? Is that even a concern for you, black man? With you watching this shit? See, because now we all understand that what we saw from Tyrese a couple of years ago, it wasn't him simping and all of that shit. He was actually going through some shit. And I see you grad says black men have been telling everyone their reactions for 30 years. Stop it. Stop it, NICU grad. Stop it. You are a NICU grad. I'm gonna need you to start. I'm gonna need some better responses from you, NICU grad. I'm gonna need you to go a little further into some research. I'm gonna need you to do some more. Coming in here regurgitating non-factual feminist rhetoric. Cut it out. Because you do that, you do that a lot, NICU grad. And for you to be a graduate, I expect more from educated black women. Especially if you a black woman who claim to love your people. I'm gonna need you to do a little better, NICU grad. Coming in here with these retarded feminist talking points, I'm gonna need you to stop. Okay? I'm gonna need you to stop. Because you regurgitate a lot of shit you hear from the internet, and you're a graduate. I'm gonna need you to do better, NICU grad. You're not in the entertainment chat room. This is not the Fight Club. Okay? I'm gonna need you to do a little better. Okay? I need you to do a little better. What's up, Venus? GQ says you can clearly see Ty, good dude, wears heart on his sleeve. People take advantage. He can easily become America's worst nightmare, Pookie. He can. What up, Marcus J? What up, Kwafi? Salute. Shout out to my man Kwafi. Let's get back to the video.
Charlemagne was clever because he knew He knew that they've been going at me for 5 years. And I've responded only a few times publicly, but for the most part, they knew that I was coming. And they knew that we was going to have that conversation. So everybody that's speaking to the same thing that I've spoke to, you're this voice, you got books, you're this champion, outspoken man that represents all things mental health. And yet, I've lost count of the amount of times that he's contributed to the stresses in and around my mental health.
See this? See? He's holding Charlemagne accountable. See, this is what a lot of us don't like as black men. See, we think when we start holding each other accountable, we start taking offense to it. Oh, why are you calling me out? Why are you pointing me out? I'm not calling you out. I'm not pointing you out. I'm pointing out what you done. You can't hide behind what you done. Face what you done. You hurt a fellow brother. Face that brother like a man. See, Tyrese is calling Charlemagne out. You're a champion about mental health. You wrote all of these books. You went to therapy. You interviewed all of these therapists. But you, time and time again, you've let people violate me. And you know what I'm dealing with mentally. You've allowed people to violate me right in front of you. And you're supposed to be this mental health advocate, but you allow other men, because you promoting therapy to black men. This is what Charlemagne has been doing. Charlemagne's been doing this for years. For like the past 5 years, Charlemagne's been pushing this mental health stuff and going to therapy and all that. You see? So how, if Tyrese is your brother, like you claim, you let this man get violated? You contribute to the stress. Like he said, you're contributing to the depression. Mr. Mental Health.
From being insensitive or just deciding to talk about a man that he actually knows. Never said he was my friend. Never said we were childhood homies. But like I mentioned to Envy, I feel like I know y'all enough to have some type of an expectation of you guys to just have a heart and just simply be able to say, man, I couldn't imagine what it would be like to come home to an empty house, no wife, and your child get taken from you while you're out of town. Just have a heart. Do your job. Talk your shit. I get it. But
Okay. What up, Chopping It Up TV? Salute. Okay. We about to get a little graphic. I'm going to say what Tyrese really want to say. Stop being hoe ass niggas. Okay? We on man timing. How would you feel, nigga? How would you feel having to wake up after some shit like that every day and your family's gone? You got to figure all this shit out again on your own. We not talking about no money. Hoe ass niggas. We talking about your heart. This is what we talking about, hoe ass nigga. We talking about your brain. The things you envisioned. All the things you had planned for your family. All the things you was working toward for your family. We ain't talking about no money, hoe ass nigga. We ain't talking about no music, hoe ass nigga. So y'all just look at me as some nigga that y'all interviewed on the radio. I'm just some industry nigga to y'all, huh? After I helped you with your marriage envy. So you always looked at me as just some nigga I interviewed, some celebrity that you like my music and. So why didn't I say fuck your marriage? See how we treat each other, brothers? How we abandon one another and think it's okay. Ain't about no money, nigga. This ain't about no money. This ain't about me coming up here to be interviewed so y'all could talk about my music and if any movies. Nigga, fuck that. This is what Tyrese is saying. We men. We supposed to be brothers, man. We had a connection. You think this shit was about some industry shit? You think this shit was about some business? You think this is about money? This ain't about no fucking money, nigga. I expected y'all to represent me the way I represented y'all. We black men. This is what Tyrese is saying. We black men. How the fuck y'all gonna get up on the radio and feel good doing that shit to me? And then you got the nerve to talk about therapy, Charlemagne. You smash Oreo face looking nigga. You see this? We gotta really start considering our relationships with one another as men, fellas. See, if you really don't fuck with a dude, don't fuck with him. You see? If you really don't rock with a dude, don't rock with him. Because see, just like you go through shit and you deal with shit, your brother do too, nigga. Your brother do too, nigga. And don't think when you run off, it's just all good. You see? Kwafi says Tyrese is a legend. All the way back to the Coca-Cola commercial on the bus. It inspired me. Real talk. Yeah, he is a legend. Absolutely. NICU Grad says, why would they care about Tyrese's marriage when they are barely holding their marriages together? What's up, LEK? Queens of Virtue, what's going on with you? LEK says black men have to constantly fight to have their humanity respected. Absolutely. even amongst one another. Let's get back to the video.
Never lose sight of mental health and never lose sight of what it must, not what it feels like to go home to no wife, what it must feel. See, when you actually have empathy and you have a heart, you put yourself in other people's shoes. And you, as a man of integrity, you make the decision to not beat a man down with your words when you see that they're already down. You make that choice. And they've been through some shit, some real shit. And Envy is currently going through some real shit. But I've made the choice to not beat anybody down while they're down. Didn't plan on getting emotional on live. Y'all know I could use my words. Y'all know that I could make the choice to go to both of them, but I'm not going to do it. The choice that I'm going to make is to wish them well in their careers, their marriage, their family, everything. I want the best for them. I really do. I want to say thank you to Jess. I hope they officially add you to the show. And I hope nobody attacks you or come at you because you actually had the only heart in the room. So I'm in the middle of expressing my vulnerabilities and all this stuff that I've been carrying and festering from certain things that they've said and choices they've made and how they've went about being insensitive about my stuff.
Shout out to Ebo. What up, Ebo? See, I'm very familiar with what Tyrese is talking about. See, Tyrese thought that he found some brothers in the industry that actually will understand that we're human as men. See, NICU grad says these dudes that thought was friends have no standards or integrity in their own lives. See, that's not the point. That's not the point. You can't say that a person don't have integrity because they fuck up. People fuck up in life. People mess up. People make mistakes. Does that mean you have no integrity? No. And this is what Tyrese was trying to explain to them. How dare you try to judge me for what I did and what I went through when I didn't judge you and I still chose to help you and save your marriage? How the hell you gonna get off and tell me all of a sudden you don't respect me now? So that's your excuse for not being there for me. When, nigga, you cheated on your wife. So you're not perfect. You cheated on your wife. So I could have looked at you and said, well, you a piece of shit, Envy. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let your wife go ahead and divorce you, nigga. But now when it's my turn, you don't see the humanity in me like I saw in you. You see? You don't see what I saw. So my family is not worth saving. But I looked at you as being another black man and said, nah, that man don't deserve to lose his family. See, you don't understand the point. And I see you, grad. You're coming in here with that feminist shit again. Like I said, I'm gonna need you to do better. You're a grad. I'm gonna need you to do better. Need you to do better. Go inside that head and think a little deeper. Stop just pulling shit off the top of your head. Because all the shit you saying is surface level, regurgitated shit. It is not the thought of a grad. I'm gonna need you to show you're a graduate in here. I'm gonna need you to level up your statements. You're a graduate here. So we expecting graduate level statements. We need that level of thought there. Because right now it has not been present today. I'm sorry, it just hasn't. It really hasn't. Shout out to my guy Tony Anthems. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate it. Daryl says it's a strong turning point when a man chooses to do the right thing when he's being beat down. Much respect. And he's learning that through therapy. He's learning that through therapy. Why you think he crying? Because it hurt to take the high road. Especially when you being disrespected. You heard what he said initially. I'm a hood nigga. I'm from Watts. I'm from Watts. I don't just know hood niggas like Envy, DJ Envious, and Charlemagne. See, they know hood niggas. Tyrese is a hood nigga. It's a difference. When you know hood niggas, when you know gangsters, and when you're that, it's a difference. And just because you a hood nigga don't mean you a gangster. But like Tyrese said, I'm a hood nigga. They know hood niggas. You see? So he has to battle with that part of himself. You see that? See, because if he would have just stalled off on Envy, it would have been, oh yeah, niggas forgot he's from Watts. Niggas forgot. You know, Black Ty got ties to the streets, and they would have ran that narrative. A narrative that Tyrese, spent his whole career not being attached to, which puts a whole nother stigma on a black man. You see? Yes, it hurts to take the high road, man. Especially when you used to dealing with things a certain way. When you used to dealing with disrespect, when you're used to meeting disrespect with brute force, come on, man. Why before we get back into the video, why y'all think all my online ops, because I only got ops online, why do you think I met them with the level of aggression that I did? Why do you think I came at them like that? Because that's how I'm used to dealing with disrespect. That's how I deal with disrespect. Doesn't mean that it's good. I'm not justifying it like it's good, but that's what it is. I'm a hood nigga. And in the hood, you don't let disrespect smooth over. That's not something you do. And Tyrese had to sit there while man disrespected him in his face. That's grounds of catching a case, man. They played in this man's trauma. This was Charlemagne and Envy did, trying to get a viral moment because nobody gives a fuck about the Breakfast Club anymore. Nobody cares. Nobody listens to that. Angela Yee is gone. Nobody cares about, two little fruit booties. Nobody cares. Throwing little fruity innuendos at each other. But see, a black man could never use his mental health as an excuse for his behavior. See, as black men, we know this. Tyrese understands this. He knew what would have happened if he would have hauled off and smacked the holy hell, right, out of DJ Envy. See, let's do a little thinking real quick, fellas. DJ Envious is currently being sued for real estate fraud. He's part of a real estate RICO right now. Y'all do know that, right? Y'all do know that, right? Ebo says, I really don't like DJ Envy. He literally cheated on his wife and blamed her as his excuse. He could have easily talked about his problem with her instead of cheating. Envy's a bozo. Envy's a bozo. And that's why nobody rocks with Envy. Envy's a bozo, for real. A real-time bozo. LEK says, women seem to think brotherhood works just like the sisterhood. These women hate one another. Men value camaraderie. Absolutely. Absolutely, LEK. Disrespect has been the cause of catastrophic historic wars. Absolutely, Ebo. Facts. DJ Envy is a phony DJ. He isn't K-Slay, Big Michael Clue. Definitely not. Definitely not. I always thought he was a fake Clue too. Envy. Mark says, yeah, it's very hurtful to not react how you used to react. But you'll be very pleased with yourself that you solved the problem in a positive way. Absolutely. Shout out to Mark McJoy, man. Absolutely, bro. It's an internal win for us. It's a bigger win than anybody, because it's a win that nobody could see. You know, it's those wins that nobody could see, man. That makes you better. Absolutely, Mark. That's exactly what it is. But see, let me get back to my point. Shout out to Joe Farrell. Envy is currently part of a real estate scam, Rico. Envy's getting sued for about, I think, $2 million right now. So he goes, well, Tyrese is coming up here. I've been talking shit about Tyrese. This is how greasy and shisty DJ Envy is. What up, Chase? Chase Millie run the city. What up, Chase? Salute. Right? See, I'm a New Yorker, and you know, every borough, we got our own ways of describing every borough. And Queens is the borough of shystiness. Correct me if I'm wrong. Shout out to Chase. Chase in the building. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chase. Brooklyn dudes, grimy. Grimy. Queens cat, shysty dudes. They'll have you hanging around them and kill you at the end of the night. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Queens, you better be careful in Queens. You better be very careful in Queens. Because you be walking down them blocks with them houses and thinking everything quiet, and guns just get the going crazy. And then it get real quiet again. This is how Queens is. This is how Queens is. Queens is shysty. Brooklyn dudes, I'm from Brooklyn. My uncles, my dad, they always taught me, when you go out to Queens, you don't just be going out there. See, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Me and my homies, we didn't even really go see females in Queens. All our Queens chicks, we told them to come to Brooklyn. Or we hung out with them in Manhattan on 42nd Street. We not hanging out in Queens. Look, Chase said 100. Queens is known for being shysty. They will rock you to sleep. You be hanging out with them, drinking, y'all eating, chilling. At the end of the night, you a dead body. And they'll go home like nothing never happened. This is how greasy they are out there. How a lot of Brooklyn cats went to Queens and got murked. Yeah. Out there chilling. Next thing you know, he dead in the staircase in the project building. Nobody know what happened. He just end up on Merrick somewhere dead in the building. Yo, how you end up dead in the building out there? How you end up dead out there? Shiesty. This is where Envy is from. DJ Envy is from Queens, the home of shystiness. Smile right in your face and shoot you in the back of your head when you turn around. And then they walk off. Fuck that nigga. This how they are. Fuck that nigga. You was just chilling with them the whole night. They knew they was gonna kill you. They just made you feel that they wasn't. That's Queens. That's Queens. All day. All day. Shout out to Chase, man. Appreciate you, bro. He said channel support. Great show, bro. Shout out to you, Chase. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Chase Millie Run the City, man. Y'all want some great entertaining content, man. Y'all go over there and follow Chase. You see? So Envy, DJ Envy, look at his name. He's from Queens and his name is Envy. Look. What y'all like to say? It's given. Come on, it's right there. His name's DJ Envy, and he's from Queens, the shiesty borough out of the 5 boroughs. Y'all heard what mob? There ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Yeah, we greasy, shiesty, all the way with it. Ain't no halfway crooks. We shiesty. We getting it done. That's Queens. That's Envy. Envy's a greaseball. Don't care about nobody, man. So why wouldn't he take this time to antagonize Tyrese? So maybe Tyrese could get so mad he could swing on me and I could sue this nigga. Think about this. Think about this, y'all. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Think about this. Right, Far Rockaway, forget about it. Super shiesty. They kill everybody that's good for their area. At Far Rockaway, anybody that came out of Far Rockaway that did anything good or wanted to do anything good for Far Rockaway, them people killed them. Facts, LEK. Straight shiesty. Now think about that. Why wouldn't Envy try to pull a stunt, not only go viral to bring the views to the Breakfast Club, but he also could get a lawsuit to help him pay off what he getting ready to owe. He a shiesty nigga. Why wouldn't Envy do this? He already talked about him, and they made headlines and went viral off of, they done made Tyrese Donkey of the Day. They done did millions of views off of clowning Tyrese already. Why would Envy, in the predicament he's in now, why wouldn't he take this time to capitalize? He did it before, and he's in legal trouble. I can get a lawsuit if I piss him off. That's why he said I should box you in your mouth. That's why he said that shit. See, I ain't stupid. I know how to read between the lines because Envy's a sucker. He ain't punching nobody. That nigga ain't even punching a punching bag. Envy's not punching anyone. That's a lie. That is a goddamn lie. Okay? You put any bruises on DJ Envy face, you're going to jail and he's suing you. You better not put no black and blue bruises on that light-skinned boy face. Not old cornbread face. Not the golden boy. Oh, Envy. The golden boy of DJing. DJ Envy. You better not put your hands on that boy. He gonna sue you. So what you think he was trying to do with Tyrese? See, we gotta look at things sometime from a different perspective. And see, a lot of times we don't understand that. We don't understand how deeply programmed we have been with this social media shit. And how we'll look at a situation and view it with a popular pop culture lens. And I'm gonna admit it, I did it the first time that way with the whole Tyrese situation. I did that. I did shows about it. I did videos about it, clowning Tyrese for crying and doing all that shit. I took the popular culture route. Because I'm just thinking, oh, he a simp, oh, blah, 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 blah. No, and it was deeper than that. That's why I apologize to Tyrese for that shit, because I was sadly mistaken. This dude was on meds. This dude lost his whole family and some more shit. It was deeper than what we thought as men, because we so used to hazing one another. This goes back to my man Bob comment earlier in the show. We so used to, hazing each other. Oh, nigga, you was in love, nigga, and you know, that type of shit. When that type of shit ain't even healthy for one of us to do to one another. Because a lot of us be sitting around still scarred from being in love as men. So we got to stop doing that to one another on some real shit. But that is initially what a lot of us men did to Tyrese. We did that. Bob said cornbread was one of my nicknames back in the day. What's up, John Guillory? Right. It facts. We gonna meet on 40 deuce. That's a fact, bro. We meeting on 40 deuce. I'm not coming to Southside. I'm not coming to 40 projects. I am not coming to Baisley. No, I'm not. No, you live on West Side Merrick. You live in Corona. No, ma'am. No. Oh, I gotta take the E train and then get off and take the bus. Oh, I'm not coming to your hood. See, that's Queens, right? Tony Anthems. I gotta take the J train, get off at Sutphin Boulevard, then catch the Q109. I'm not coming to your hood. That's a project. Either it's a project or it's a side block connected to the projects. I'm not stupid. You ain't gonna get me killed. See, we was from Brooklyn. We knew that. And Queens has some of the most beautiful women in New York City. Queens has, if you have a certain type, and back then I had a certain type. I still kind of have it now. But if you're looking for those short, stout, or petite, light-skinned girls with the natural long hair that got a little money, Queens is where you go. Them Queens girls had some paper. And they like to spin it. You know, they like to go eat at the Queens girls when we was young. They like to go to BBQs and shit. When we was teenagers, the Queens girls, they like to go to restaurants and shit. The Queens girls that had a little money. Celine says, I hate going to Queens, even to drive there. Pink houses on Merrick. Right. Yeah, they'll line you all day. That's what they was doing to dudes. They was lining dudes all day. And they was pretty too. What? Yeah, them Queens chicks be lit. Fine. Them girls was Queens girls was driving earlier than Brooklyn girls. Them Queens girls had cars at 16. Just like the Jersey girls had cars. The Rhode Island girls, they had cars. Them Queens girls, boy. Man, listen. Boy. Them Queens girls from St. Albans. You talking about, and I'm not talking about grown. I'm talking about when we was young. These girls was bad. 15, 16, bad. Bad. At 19, 20, they got little E-series, little C-class Benzes. These the Queens girls. Little C-class Benzes and all that. Yeah, I've been around. Come on. You know, Celine, we from that era where you really gotta travel to see girls. You know what I'm saying, Tony Anthems? You know, when we on the train, you know, those days when you on the train with your homies and you might run into another group of dudes and y'all might have to get it on, get it shaking. You might get it shaking on the train going to another borough. You might get it shaking coming from that borough going home. I'm from that era. I'm not from the era where niggas got cars and niggas jumping out of whips. We not from that era. We throw that shit on and get on a train. Yeah, we throw all that new shit on and get on the train and go talk to girls. We go to Jamaica Avenue. Yeah, we did that. We did that. You know, me and we did that. We did 40 Deuce in the early 2000s, Barcode, Broadway Arcade. We did those types of things. You know, Empire Skating. We did those things, you know. Yeah, the Ark. Yeah, we did those things. Yeah, we did those things. Yeah, we did. Mm-hmm. We did. We did. We did. Queens girls was milking. What? Man, listen. Back in them days, them Queens girls, them Queens girls, they ain't even have to really tell you to spend no money on them. It was kind of like understood because the Queens girls was so fly. The Queens girls was wearing Pradas every day. They pull up on 40 Deuce. They got on Pradas, all types of polo dresses. They was what? And they had the real shit too. They had the real Pradas, not you know, not not those, the real ones. Yeah, the real ones. Yeah, not these new joints that they remanufactured. Not them. You see? So I really believe that Envy was trying to get a payday off Tyrese. That's why he said, "Oh, I should box you in the mouth." Trying to get a payday, man. But let's get back to Tyrese. Let's get back to Tyrese.
Appreciate Jess for just stepping in and wanting to keep the conversation going. Definitely didn't plan on getting emotional live, but it's all fresh. One thing y'all need to know is I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna get through this process. I'm gonna take this journey. But I'm gonna have to grow up. When you think of life, you're gonna have to start thinking of it as stock. And there's areas of stock in your life where the value is low. There's some areas that you really gotta grow in. Then there's those areas where the stock is really high. And for everybody who knows me, and for everybody who turned on me, never called, never checked on me, never came, never tried to pull up on me, never tried to come put their eyes on me and make sure I was good. I know one thing's for sure. As y'all have watched this Breakfast Club interview, y'all was happy as a motherfucker that I never called your name. Y'all was at home like, everything that I'm describing about Envy or Charlemagne, I could have easily mentioned you. You turned your back on me too, and I never turned on you. I went above and beyond for you too, and you never even simply checked on me. You were at home. Please don't let this nigga bring me up or bring me into the conversation. Don't worry about it. You're good. You know what you did, and you know what you didn't do.
You know what you did, and you know what you didn't do. See? Charlemagne and DJ Envy knew what they done to Tyrese, and they know what they didn't do. They know they shitted on him more than they were there for him. They know they tarnished this man's name more than they tried to uplift this man and protect this man's reputation like a brother would do. Like a brother would do. You see? A brother doesn't abandon another brother and then makes an excuse for it. You see? This is a problem that we need to fix amongst one another as men. See, because I'm going to just go ahead and say it. A lot of you niggas treat black men the same way a lot of these black women do. Shout out to the OG Mace in the building. What up, Mace? You see? The same way how you don't care about how you feel. You treat other black men the same way. You don't give a fuck about how we feel. You don't care how that makes us look as long as you profit off of it. Right, nigga? But then when it's your turn, we got to stop this, black men. See, this ain't got nothing to do with black women. This is how we treat us. This is how we treat us. Why do we keep doing it to ourselves? I just asked black women yesterday, when will it stop? When will they stop doing shit to themselves? When will we stop doing it to ourselves? Okay, yeah, the women don't listen to us. Okay, but can we listen to one another? Can we listen to one another? Am I worth being heard to you as a fellow black man who goes through his own shit? Right? And it may not be to the same level, but we definitely can relate. Right? So why don't we start there? When it comes to developing and having a sound friendship and a brotherhood. Let's start there. What we have in common. And what we have in common is what we should build upon. Because we could work out what we don't have in common. That's nothing. That's minute. That's nothing. But can we see that what we have in common is we don't see each other's humanity? This is what we have in common. See that? This is what we have in common. And no, a black man could never use his mental health as an excuse for his behavior. Because a black man is never supposed to have an excuse because we black men. We never supposed to have an excuse for anything. Black men don't look for excuses, but we do have reasons because life happens to everyone. And if anybody should understand those reasons, it should be us as brothers. You see? can we work in unison with one another? How if the first thing we can't get past is respect? When I first started YouTube, I did a Brotherhood series. It was a pre-recorded Brotherhood series. Because when I came on YouTube as a team. I was DS1 Alliance. There's some day one supporters who know when I was DS1 Alliance. An alliance denotes more than one person. That's why I'm DS1 Ross. You see? And I'm not even going to get into what happened with the alliance. Right? Hey, Zahara. Right? But abandonment is something that a lot of black men deal with. And what is told to black men when they deal with abandonment is we just supposed to pick up the pieces and keep it moving. Black men have never had the time to actually feel and process all the shit that they've been through in their life. This is why you're hearing all of this mental health stuff being pushed. Because it's a problem at the top. It's a problem with black men, with affluent black men. This mental health problem. It's a problem with the rich black men. This is why it's being promoted. You see? Black men deal with abandonment. We're used to being just left to figure it out on our own. It is what it is. You a man. Go ahead and figure it out. We're used to being told, yeah, I'm down with you. Yeah, I'm with this. Yeah, I'm with that. Abandon. Fall right off. Then you left to just deal with everything else. You left to pick up the pieces. See, black men, you got to realize that you can't re-traumatize other brothers. You see, you gotta be careful about this. Right. No mourning is allowed for us. No, we're not allowed to feel anything. It's like, okay, that happened. Now let's move on. That's how we're taught. Okay, you fell, you cry, be quiet, move on. This is what's told. Hold on for a second. Okay, we're back. We're back. Let's get back to the video.
And you know what you should have did that you never did. And I wish you well too. The area in my life where the stock is low. I want to talk about the areas where the stock is high. The areas in my life where the stock is low is for some reason, by now, I can't believe I still love and care and go above and beyond for people who get too familiar, figure out a way to disrespect me, start thinking and believing like, what you gonna do? Like almost arrogant with getting too familiar.
Oh, I'm all too familiar with that. When people start thinking they could play with you, I'm all too familiar with that, Tyrese. Friends and all, they start thinking they could play with you a certain way. They get so familiar with you. This is why they say familiarity breeds contempt. This is why, see, now I'm starting to understand why certain things were said when I was younger. I'm starting to grasp the understanding of it. This is why they say familiarity breeds contempt. Because see, that happens with me too. People get so familiar and get so relaxed. You know, people start flying off at their mouth, saying little slick shit, doing little foul shit, switching up how they do things all of a sudden. Now everything's a mystery and everything is this, and now you don't even know this person. See, I know what Tyrese is talking about. I know exactly what he's talking about. Shout out to my brother Po Boy Films. Hey, you see that too, huh, Tony Anthems? You see that too, huh, bro? How people don't really know what edge you on. Like, for real, for real. OG says we get let down, abandoned, and excommunicated from friends and family. Yet we keep it pushing. We got a saying, keep your head up. That's all we got. Shout out to you, OG. That's a fact, man. This is what happens to us. But what we have to stop doing as brothers is we have to stop doing it to each other. We have to stop doing this shit to each other. Because this is why self-deletion amongst black men has become very common. It's because of that. It's because of that. We have to stop doing it to ourselves.
No honor, no integrity. And I still find myself saying, you've given me every reason to say fuck you, cut you off, be done with you.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd much rather talk to you than talk about you and let you crash and burn and have whatever piece of a career that you're either trying to build, want to build, or have been attempting to build multiple times over the years. You can say a lot of things about me, but you can't say I'm not successful. And when you see self-sabotage and self-defeat happening right in front of you, and you go above and beyond to pour into that man or that woman, and you hold their hand and you try and mentor them and pour into them and be there for them, even if you're on the receiving end of their fuck shit.
Hmm.
That's an area in my life where the stock is really low because I'm supposed to not give a fuck about nobody but myself.
Hmm. Hmm. Talk to him.
But I just ain't been able to tap into my no fucks to give. I'm wearing this hat and I'm projecting. I'm gaslighting. Nothing about this hat is true. It's just the opposite. I give a fuck.
Of the fucks. I give a fuck.
I feel everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not perfect. I've pissed people off. I've irritated people. I've made people feel like the things that I've said and done has disrespected them. I've had people to tell me I've disrespected them. But the moment that I'm aware of something that I either said or did, even if I don't agree with something that you said, I said or did, I apologize. Because the way I feel about whatever I said or did that made you feel like I said or did something that disrespects you, that's actually the way I made you feel. And one of the things that I've learned about apologize, you have to apologize by allowing someone to feel the way they feel.
You heard that? See, this is deep, man. This Tyrese is literally showing a black man being a human. A black man being human, being vulnerable, expressing what he really thinks, what he thinks about himself, what he thinks about life, how he feels about himself, how he feels about life. You know, all the shit y'all claim y'all don't get from black men. Y'all got right in this goddamn segment. Oh, black men don't care about nothing. Black men don't care about nobody. Black men are cold. Really? Really? You heard what Tyrese just said? He got a hat on and he said he's projecting. Look how transparent he is. He got a hat on and he trying to fool himself into not giving a fuck when he cares. This is a lot of black men. But you always tell us we don't give a fuck. But it's even hard for us to project that. It's hard for us to project that. He's saying that he's gaslighting, he's projecting because he cares, because he gives a fuck. He doesn't even know how to access that place in him to not. But y'all get up here every day and tell a black man he don't care about nobody but himself. He don't care about his mama. He don't care about his kids. He don't care about nothing. But this black man is literally fighting himself to not give a fuck so he can fucking survive. This man is fighting a survival instinct. You know, self-preservation is the first is the first law. This man has literally developed a mental illness because he cares about other people so much. A black man that y'all claim don't love no motherfucking body. This man developed a mental illness because he loved people so much. And because he don't know how to turn that shit off. Because he don't know how to give you a little bit here and a little bit of there. Because he don't know how to pimp and manipulate you. This man developed a mental illness because of this. Y'all don't see this though. Imagine how many other black men out here like this. That y'all sitting on the internet calling bandits. Hmm? Hmm? Imagine how many other black men that is. That's just like that. That's running around here projecting like he don't give a fuck to protect himself. Because every time he show anybody he cares, he get hurt. Oh, those black men don't exist. This is a lie. Oh, you know, he's an actor. You know, DS1, he's an actor. He could be acting. You know, y'all think every motherfucking thing is a skit now. Oh, he could be acting. You know what? This might not be true. You know, he's an actor. Hey, Raining Woman. She says, I gotta watch the Breakfast Club interview. Yeah, it's go to part 1 to this stream, Raining Woman, and the link is in the description box. The true depth of the black man. Absolutely. What up, Akuma? If he accesses that part of him, it's going to be a cold world for those around him. And who really wants that, Raining Woman? They don't want that. Because then when black men get cold, it's something wrong with them then. It's something wrong with them then. He always was an R&B artist, Akuma. Most R&B artists can rap, contrary to popular belief, because a lot of R&B artists are big hip hop fans. So a lot of them can rap. Neo can rap. Y'all heard Usher rap. A lot of these R&B, Dream can rap. A lot of these guys can rap. Young Berg is an R&B artist who can rap. His name is Hitmaker. If you didn't know, his name's Hitmaker.
Don't flip it, don't manipulate it, don't gaslight it, don't disown their feelings or make them feel like you're disowning their feelings. However, I'm going to stay on my journey. You're raised as a monster. You're raised as someone who lives this life right here. Got no fucks to give. That's what the hood will raise you to be. I tell people all the time, I may have a lot of teeth in my mouth. I may always have the biggest charm and charisma and personality in most rooms I go to. As a matter of fact, I have had people laughing in the Fast and the Furious for 20 years, even though Wikipedia refused to call me a comedian. We'll deal with that later. You funny, you do comedy, but you're not a comedian. And that's cool, that's cool, that's cool, don't worry. Imagine the people that are actually my friends, actually my family, actually my loved ones, actually people that I love that I met in the business. Imagine if I went that far for a complete stranger. Imagine how I go above and beyond for the people that I actually love. So I'll say it again. My hat say no fucks to give. Oh no, I'm sorry. No fucks given. That's what it says. But my hat is not true. I give a fuck. I care. I care too much.
Shout out to Chig Smooth for that video, man. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it for yourselves, man. So I'm going to ask the question again. Can black men use their mental health as an excuse for their behavior? If I have a mental health moment with you as my friend, would you forgive me? Or would you now label me as something else? If I begin to act different, would you reach out? Yo, what's up, man? What's going on? Or would you just start developing these thoughts about me before reaching out? Would you just cut me off? Because I'm not acting like I used to. So I'm going to just cut you off before I even figure out if there's a problem or not. You see? Can I get a pass for my mental health? Can I get a pass? Can you forgive me, bro? Can I forgive you? Will I forgive you? Will you forgive me? Because just understand, if me and you both deal with mental health issues, whatever me and you go through as being brothers is going to affect us, negative or positively. So just like it's going to affect my mental health, it's going to affect yours. So this is why we're supposed to keep each other in mind. See? When you do stuff, it's going to affect me. If I do something, it's going to affect you. You see? This is why I say we have to heal before we build. You see? This is why I say this, man. Celine says, true friends reach out and work it out. The men that I know handle each other in that way. Absolutely. That's how it's supposed to be done. That's how it's supposed to be done, man. All it takes is a conversation with me. I'll never run from a conversation. Never. It's only a conversation. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. They'll say you good because you always seem to be good, that is. Right. Right, bro. Right. That's a fact. But they actually don't know. That's a good point, boot camp. It's a good point. Because that's just something we always say, yeah, I'm good. But are you really checking to see if I'm good? Or do you know I'm good and you just want to hear it so you can hurry up and hang up the phone? Exactly, boot camp. That's not even real concern. That's a fact, bro. Yeah, Chris Brown rap. man, you could tell just being around people, Everybody don't know though, Akuma. You probably know. Everybody don't know. Everybody don't know. And then some people got to get burned to know or to learn. You understand? Some people just don't know. Some people got to learn. They got to go through it to learn. Some people have that natural intuition where they could feel things. And then, but experience is always the best teacher, you know? But shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up to today's show. I definitely wanted to talk about this and I wanted to bring this aspect to the conversation because it's a part of the conversation that I think a lot of us brothers need to have, man, when it comes to communicating with one another and dealing with one another and understanding the true value and the true necessity of brotherhood, man. Especially for us brothers, man, especially for us brothers. Shout out to all the other men, salute to y'all, respect. But y'all have y'all own brotherhoods. Y'all operate in y'all, on y'all own accord. No doubt, Akuma. And we appreciate you over here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. What up, Frank Jizza? Frank Jizza said, not gonna lie. I'm not one of those people that doesn't care to be checked up on. I'd rather be left alone, for real, for real. That cares to be checked up on. I'd rather be left alone, for real, for real. Okay, so you rather not have friends. That's cool. If you don't want to have friends, then you don't want to have friends. If you don't want to be checked up on, you don't want friends, homie. And that's cool too. I excommunicated myself from everyone. Then just started over. And the one and only truth in. Right. And that happens to a lot of us brothers too, Darryl Richardson. That happens to a lot of us, OG. It's sad that it happens to a lot of us brothers later on in life, but it does happen where we got to clean house and start all over. Like we got to hit that reset button. Akuma says, if it's genuine, yeah, check up on your boy, because I'm gonna do the same. Absolutely. 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 When I check up on a person, it's definitely genuine because I'm not the type to bother people. I'm not one of those friends. I'm not one of those friends. So when I check up on you, it's to check up on you and to check in. Because I'm not one of those friends who think because we don't talk every day that we're not friends. I'm not one of those friends either. That's why checkups are extremely important for me. Because I'm not going to call you every day. We're not going to talk every day of the week. We not, that's not going to happen. Rain and Woman says, a very necessary conversation. One of my brother's close friend committed after, his baby moms. I sometimes wonder how different things could have been had he really opened up. Yeah. Yeah. That's deep. And it's a lot of black men. That's happened to a lot of black men, especially recently too. Dudes, killing a significant other and then self-deleting. Boot Camp says, I've been alone all my life, doing this thing. We are social creatures. We need people. We do. Some people feel like they don't, and that's cool too. They probably haven't reached that level of realization yet either, boot camp. You know? Akuma says, I'd rather be honest with my emotions and risk having people look at me some type of way than bottle everything up. Good point. Good point. Good point. A level of transparency. Transparency. Why y'all think DMX is one of the biggest hip hop artists ever? Because of his transparency. His transparency. If you're not transparent, you can't relate to nobody. Straight up. And if you're not, if you don't walk with a level of transparency, you're not even honest. 9 times out of 10, you're a liar and a manipulator. If you can't be transparent, especially as a man. You walking around with a mask on, you're not even yourself. So you just walking around lying and pretending. So you're nobody's friend because you don't know how to be a friend. But I definitely wanted to bring this to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up to today's show. Shout out to everyone in the building. Make sure y'all like and share today's show, man. Make sure y'all like and share today's show. Make sure y'all like and share today's show. We will be back tomorrow, same time, 2:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everyone for coming through. Shout out to everyone if you have financially supported today's show, whether you hit the super chat, whether you hit the PayPal, whether you hit the Venmo. It's very much appreciated. I appreciate all of you guys' financial support. Most importantly, I appreciate y'all being here. Welcome to all the new supporters of Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to all the lovely visionaries, man. I appreciate y'all as always. I appreciate y'all as always. Make sure y'all check out part 1. Make sure y'all check out part 1. We will be back tomorrow. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.